It's difficult to make out what you're seeing at first, and welcome back to Let's Play Shadowrun Dragonfall. Alright, the scene is dark and smoky, and the telltale flashes of emergency vehicle lights flicker on the periphery of the screen. The camera pushes in, and you can make out two figures standing in a ruined landscape. All at once, a shout cuts in. Again, for those who just joined us, we are coming live to you from Stolberg. A few hours ago, the dragon Fusser Winge launched an unprovoked attack on the sleepy Hards mountain town. You can see the results behind me: fire, ashes and blood. We're joined tonight by the survivor of this latest and most horrifying attack. The reporter turns to face a pale man standing behind me. Sir, I understand that you've been through a terrible ordeal. Thanks for taking the time to speak with us tonight. Yes, of course. If you could, sir, could you please tell the people at home about your experience of the attack? It was horrible. Just pure chaos. So many people are dead. People I knew, roasted alive, or trampled to death trying to escape. My own house was burned to the ground during the attack. My family, we have nothing now. You all made it through the attack though. Your wife, your kids? Yeah, we all made it, thank God. We rode out the attack in a small shelter, me, my wife and our two daughters. The shelter it protected us, but the heat was just unbearable. We wouldn't have stayed in there much longer than we did. How long were you holed up in there? 3, maybe 4 hours? I don't know. We just stayed inside until the heat died down and the screaming stopped. And what happened after that? When it was over, you know, when the air cooled down, we stepped outside. There was nothing left, just a smoldering wreckage, and this dense cloud of black oily smoke. And the stank in the air, goddamn that smell. It smelled like roasting meat. There is a long pause. From the tortured look on his face, you can tell that the man is struggling to decide whether or not to continue speaking. Eventually, he does. My girls, they found what was left of their nanny outside. Her body, what was left of it, was slammed against the shelter door. I keep telling myself that I couldn't hear her pounding to get in, but that isn't true. I could. I just couldn't bring myself to open that door. I couldn't risk my family like that. Not for her, not for anyone. Thank you, sir, for taking the time to speak to us. Yeah. You heard it here, an absolutely chilling account of tonight's attack. Again, the town of Stolberg has been reduced to us, another victim of the Firewing. Green Wither's face reappears on the screen. Okay, it's time for a new approach. Adrian's complete dead end. That much is very clear now. So I'm gonna do some digging on the Firewing instead. Let's see where this goes. And let's go back to 2, which I totally skipped by mistake. Alright, Green Withers, timestamp 2053. So that's quite a few years afterwards. Found the mess that Adrian left me all those years ago. Got it cleaned up as best I could. Strange, hearing his voice again. It's good to hear him, even if he did insist on calling me Hermie. Dr. Adrian von Clare, the hero of the people, the Dragon Slayer, my brother. Hard to believe it's almost 20 years. Wow. Alright, so I'm gonna start recording these DVDs again. For me, for Adrian, for whoever might wind up watching them. Every time I do this, it winds up feeling like a waste of time, but I keep doing it anyway, on the off chance that I'll find something important. If I stumble into the clue that leads me to my brother, I know that I'm gonna want it on film. I've been doing this for almost 20 years now, after all. No sense in quitting now. Christ, 20 years, all this time and still no leads. Even with all my contacts and my resources. Even with my legendary bullheadedness, I've made no progress at all. I haven't turned up a single goddamn thing. When I hear something funny, the closest I've gotten to a clue was a rumor. Apparently a team emerged from the SOX a while back. Nobody's clear on the date, but, and get this, he leans into the camera and gives a conspiratorial wink. Supposedly, they vanished without a trace. He opens the bottle, drains it, slams it back down on the table. Not much of a rumor, considering I already know that you're gone, big brother. I live with that every day. Alright, track 4. 2054. 31 of October. Yeah. Well, that was a bust. Little progress on Firewing, goddammit. Firewing, I don't know how to pronounce that thing. Firewing. I know it's weird, the information is there, it's just wrong somehow. It's too well laid out, too simple. Real life is messy and this feels like a little too neat. That's not the only thing that's nagging me. I'm getting that tingly feeling all up and down the back of my neck again. It feels like I'm being tracked. I'm no Matrix hotshot like Clockwork or Safer, but I'm good enough to know when someone's on my scent. Gotta install some new security measures. Can't be too careful. Track 5. 2054, 9 of November. Christ, I'm getting too close to something. There is a trail of bodies, and there have been disappearances. Gearbox, Martian, Peregrine. They all disappeared within the past few years. Gearbox just went AWOL yesterday, and they were all making the same sorts of inquiries about the Firewing that I have been. There are ghost stories spreading around the Decker community, stories about Deckers disappearing and then showing up again later, but wrong somehow. Scary stuff, and I'm starting to think that's true. Blitz leans in to whisper to you. I know the stories he's talking about, Chief. Never really put much stock on them, but until now. Could this dream be related to what's happening here? Am I being paranoid? No, I don't think so. Something big is happening here, and I'm right in the middle of it. Egger cuts in. That's a bit of a leap. One other thing, Tolstoy told me a story about a kill team. Those guys who have been reading on them on the BBS or whatever I think it's called. That's cool. About a kill team that might bring you to all this. Apparently a Decker named Hellbore was the theory about Firewing to the Shadowrun BBS, yep, about 5 years ago. About an hour later, a mil-spec team showed up in his mid-space and cooked her entire apartment, with her in it. If what Tolstoy told me was true, Hellebore live posted the event. She described her killer, this great big orc with skin grafts. Interesting. Then the whole thread disappeared, gone without a trace. Lip, Ager Love, sounds like he's on the right track to me. Ager holds her silence, but concedes the point with a small nod. I'm just gonna ahead and say it. This has got to be Firewing, all of it. Furious Winge. I need to learn how to say that because I don't know. I dislike distorting what it says. Adrian was right about her. She's still alive and she's out of the SOX. She's covering her tracks, working the shadows, preparing to rise again. And that means that I have to find you, Adrian, for everybody's sake. Thankfully I've got a lead. For the first time in 2 decades, I've got a solid goddamn lead. I've backtracked all of the Matrix nodes that Hellborg was looking into back before she got cooked. Whoever's been purging the Matrix didn't think about that, and I found that she turned up. Satellite photo of a rural landscape annotated with GPS data. A set map of coordinates. So now I've got a target, a place to start digging. The Harfeld Manor. Conveniently located in an isolated stretch of countryside, miles away from the prying eyes. Without the Matrix records indicate that some sort of data vault exists beneath the estate, so that's what I need to get into. And this is where we come in. As if on cue, a familiar image winks at the monitor to Winter's left, Monica. I think I'm gonna adapt Safer for the job. She's got the skills to bypass whatever security they're running out there, and she's gullible enough to take the job in the first place. I'll feed her something to line about the Flag State security, and she'll eat it up with a spoon. I warned her. Amsel voices choked with rage. I warned her. On the display, Winter's mouth parts into a broad grin. Time to put plans into motion, but this time tomorrow night I should have the information that I need. And to the off chance that Safer gets taken out, well, that'll tell me something too. Can't make an omelette and all that. Until then. Track 6. Right. Next day, actually. So, 10 of November 2054. Right. Suspicions confirmed. Safer dead. Christ. Winter reaches a second hand of camera. A moment later, it returns clutching a cheap plastic drinking glass. He claps something down, wipes his mouth with the back of his hand, and takes a deep breath. Okay. Back up. Slow down. Start from the beginning. Winters closes his eyes and makes a visible effort to calm himself. When he speaks again, his voice is steady. Got the call from a contact in the cruise bazaar. Safer killed on the estate run. Matrix security at the estate cooked her brain. Considering Safer's skill and experience on site, ice must have been extreme, even by Berlin standards. Security of that kind costs money, real money. Given the evidence recovered so far, corporate involvement unlikely. The connection to the Firewing is too strong. So, let's come right out and say it. The dragon is what we're dealing with here. And the smart money says that she's coming for me next. Well, I won't go down without a fight. I've still got my contacts, still got my connections, and the flag state can be a hell of a weapon for the man who knows how to manipulate it. Time for me to make my play. Ghost stories or no, missing deckers or no, I've got to jack into the matrix and start pulling strings. The countermeasures that I installed earlier should be more than enough to keep me safe for the 20 minutes I'll be in there. Famous last words. Safer's death was tragic. She was a stunned supporter of the F-State. But still, all things considered, Winter's face is for something off-screen. A moment later, his hand reappears clutching a data jack cable. Better here than me. He plunges the cable into his head and the screen cuts off to static. Eject the DVD. As your finger nears the eject button, a black screen cuts in over the static. A moment later, Green Wither's haggard face appears. If you are watching this, then I guess they caught up to me. They will be after you too now. Blitz whispers into your ear again, more husky this time. What the hell is this? Why didn't you warn me about this before I came here? We didn't know, not exactly. Not exactly, I didn't come here to get hunted by a dragon. I'm not even a part of this. You are now, whatever you like it or not, so quiet down and stop bothering here. Whoever you are, whoever you think you are after, you need to find Dr. Adrian Vorclair. Not because he's my brother, because if Fire's Wingy is rising again, he's the only one who can stop here. You've seen what happens to people who get too close to this. I'm dead and dozens of others have died. You'll be next, unless you can find Adrian. Alright. There was a lot of reading, god damn it. I keep saying I won't read this and I keep reading it. And apparently I have battle gives. Okay. Let's see what Paul Amsel has to say. Alright, finally the tricks break the silence. A dragon. Son of a bitch. Green Winter sent us up against a dragon. The Firewing. She lives. I'm really starting to regret the fact that I didn't just stay at the hotel. Iger ignores him. Wait a second, we don't know that for certain. Dietrich lays a hand on Iger's shoulder. The evidence seemed pretty convincing to me, love. I'll even take it a step further. I think that secret facility that we stumbled into was her lair. The room falls silent. Iger and Glory exchange glances. After a moment, Dietrich continues. Just think about it. The decker that Winters got those holdings from was posting about Feuserwinger. Firewing. I can't fucking say that name. Feuserwinger. Feuserwinger, goddamn German. Then she was killed by that same orcish bastard that attacked us after Monica died. Feuserwinger. That's a direct link between the dragon, the scarred orc, and the Harebrained Manor. And then Winters was killed by the same thing that killed Monica, not Feuserwinger. Exactly, my gut tells me that the dragon is down there, Phoenix someplace far beneath the surface. I think that we knocked on the door of her lair without even knowing it, and I think that given what we've seen, the dragon will do whatever it takes to keep us quiet about it. Okay, going on the assumption that there is a dragon and that she will come after us, what do you propose we do about it? I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to follow Winter's advice. We're going to find Vorclair. Yes, Phoenix is right. Finding Dr. Vorclair should be our priority. If we're going up against a dragon, we need to find ourselves a dragon slayer. Winter spent 20 years searching for Vorclair and got him nowhere. How do you propose that we find him? With the help of an information broker. I'll go talk to Altung then. For this, no. While her Buragazi is very capable, a task of this magnitude is beyond him. We need to make contact with the premier information broker in Berlin. We need to talk to Alice. Blitz scoffs at Amsel. Alice, best of luck, and I hope that you are rich. Amsel raises an eyebrow. For this, rich enough, if only just. Who is this Alice? A most prominent fixture in Berlin's shadow community. Goddamn that German. Shockwellenreiter. She provides information retrieving. Fucking put some vowels in your goddamn language. Shockwellenreiter. And this word actually has some vowels. Right. If Winter was right, if Moncler is still alive, she can help us find him. Really. Here, your key to speak with Alice. An encoded credit stick for, yes, 10,000 Nguyen. Alice will not show her face for less. This represents the last of my personal savings, Phoenix. Make this meeting count. 10,000 Nguyen just to talk to her. Her standard fee. Alice is in a position to ask, and we're in no position to argue. Just like I said. Why doesn't anyone listen to me? Where do I need to go? Take the U-Bahn to the Alstad Spandau. There you will find a connected tube that the locals refer to as the rabbit hole. You will find the method of contacting Alice then. Don't call it that in front of her though. Word of the street is that she hates it. Please hurry. While you're out, I will work on requiring new contracts for the team. Alice is the best there is in what she does, and her services carry a price tag to match. Alrighty. Ah, it saved too. Nice. There. Don't have any karma. So I guess we'll go to meet Alice. You stay here. I don't think we can take him with us, but fine, let's try, actually. See what happens. Alright. The dog comes with us. That was unexpected. Alright, cool. I thought you will stay after you change the loading screens, but nope. What is that? Pepper. Okay. Someone's drag. Alright. The only active console in this derelict span of U-Bahn platform is an old video arcade machine. The CRT monitor set into the machine cabinet glows invitingly. Cheerful pixelated graphics will dance on the screen. Investigate the machine. At the base of the control panel you find a cleverly hidden input port. The port is wrapped in black plastic and it appears to be the approximate shape of a typical credit stick. Insert upside down payment into the machine. Terminal motors grip the credit stick and pull it to the machine. It disappears to the port and the screen goes black. Moments later a video image fills the screen. The picture is dark and grainy. A far cry from the bright, colorful sprites that previously inhabited the display. On the screen is a dimly lit office. The place looks like it was pulled straight from an old detective movie. From the Venetian blinds on the windows to the great swaths of shadow that paints the walls black. Center stage, sitting behind a large mahogany desk, is the silhouette of an impressive-looking woman in charcoal grey suit. The tube of a cigarette glows cherry red in the shadows. Right, first glimpse of Alice. Also very nice portrait. Her face is all hard planes and sculpted angles, with high cheekbones and almond eyes. Her lips are painted in frigid blue, but the looks in her eyes is even colder. A head of lustrous black hair is intercept with flowing streams of cyan light. Fine. We're on your dime, friend. Tell me what you're looking for. I need you to find someone for me. Dr. Adrian von Clare. Cerise Senabra, the Dragon Slayer? Interesting. He's been missing a long time. Yes, he has. The question is, can you find him? God damn it, I don't know who she is because I don't have decking. It's probably Hellbore or something. She looks you in the eye and the smile disappears. If he's out there somewhere, I'll find him for you. He could be living under an assumed name in California Free State. And I'll still track him down. If he's not alive, I'll tell you where you can find his corpse. Alright, let's talk about the job. Here's how this is gonna work. When you give me the go ahead, I'm going to start gathering information for you. Once I'm finished, you're going to bring me a credit stick and code with an encryption key that I'll provide you. The credit stick will have 50,000 Nguyen on it. 50,000, fuck. 50,000 Nguyen, do you know what that kind of money can buy? Apparently I know better than you do, sport. Do you know how much work it takes to find a digital ghost? There is going to be a wet work breaking into government archives. Hell, I might even have to commission an expedition to the SOX. This is a serious undertaking, friend. Now, do we have a deal or don't we? Alright, Alice, it's a deal. Okay, but remember, you say go and I go. From that point on, you're on the hook to pay my fee. No turning back. No refunds. Are we scared on this? Yeah, we're scared. Good, I'll be in touch. The screen goes black. Alright. That's interesting. Let me save here and end this episode here, and I'll pick you up next time. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, leave a comment if you want to, and I'll see you next time.